Risking their lives to save a few bucks. It's what some people are doing when they need an ambulance. No doubt it will save money, serious money, but as Local 12's Paula Toti tells us, using a ride-sharing service could come with serious, if not deadly, consequences.
Nothing surprises me who you're picking up these days.
It's a new challenge behind the wheel for Uber drivers.
He sat in the front seat and he says, "Can you take me to this hospital?"
Riders taking it to the extreme when every second counts.
They didn't want to dial 911.
Did they tell you why?
They didn't want to spend the money.
Instead of calling for help, riders turned patients are turning to Uber.
You could hit your Uber button in 30 seconds, have a ride at your front door. Why would you dial 911?
The new trend is forcing Uber drivers to act as first responders. These drivers asked to not have their identities revealed, but still wanted to tell their stories of what is now being referred to as Uberlance.
And I said to him, "Why didn't you call an ambulance?" His hand was bleeding. He goes, "Because you're quicker and you're cheaper."
I've had people get in my car, they're dizzy, they don't feel well, their chest hurts.
Drivers say passengers opt for Uber over an ambulance for speed and cost. In the tri-state, we found 911 ambulance rides to the hospital cost hundreds, $500 to $900 on average. Your health insurance might cover a portion, but in Cincinnati, for instance, an ambulance ride will set you back about $249 out of pocket after insurance. Yet an Uber ride is about $20 or less. We found Uber drivers chatting about the issue in online forums. Some say they're worried about liability, and others say they will no longer accept rides to the hospital out of fear it's a critical emergency. Yet this Uber driver in a part of Florida where an ambulance is $650 plus $13 a mile says prices are so high he himself would call for an Uberlance.
Depending on my injury, I'd call Uber. They're quicker. It's a hell of a lot cheaper.
They'll call Uber to transport them because they know they'll get there safely.
Emergency room Dr. Jeffrey Ingman says he is seeing the trend firsthand. Patients rolling up to hospitals, not in an ambulance, but instead climbing out of an Uber.
And if you need to call 911, by all means, they provide the best service. If you think you just need to go to the ER, you've got something you don't want to burden the EMS system, Uber's great.
You want to get them there safely and you want to make sure they're not going to die on you.
TriHealth told us they have rarely seen a service like Uber or Lyft take a patient to the ER, but they don't track it. St. Elizabeth says the ER is seeing Uber and other similar services, but at this time have no specific numbers on the trend. Also, they have a team starting to explore alternative modes of transportation to help people at least get to their appointments for greater access. But using something like Uber when there is a critical emergency is a concern to them. Rob?
Paula, thanks very much. Just to be clear, medical professionals stress that if you have a real emergency, you do need to call 911, as Uber drivers are not equipped or trained to handle medical emergencies.